The azaleas are blooming. It's beautiful azaleas, and this is at the Elizabethan Gardens. But I see something kind of interesting, and I noticed this. It's been a couple of days now that they were starting to bud and blossom, but the ones down at the bottom, first it looks like they've fallen off and they're down there because they've fallen off, but I don't think they are. I think they're attached. They are. They're still on the tree, but they're all along the bottom over here. They have blossomed sooner than the ones that are up higher. And that's an interesting observation, isn't it? And it's not that I know the reason for why, but we see things like that all the time. You remember Summer Penguin from the Muppets? You know, she was always trying to solve problems and mysteries. Well, what is really neat about that is imagination. So sometimes we want to mix our imagination with knowledge that we have. And I was a famous scientist, but all scientists, people, creators, all sorts, everybody recognizes how important imagination is to solving problems. You know, but I was watching a little video of a famous scientist, a physicist. His name was Richard Feynman. He's not here anymore. He died, but he was very famous. Richard Feynman was talking about all the wonderful things that he loved about science, and he got to the topic of imagination, and he was just talking about how important imagination was to science, but also how fun it was, and that, you know, it was really, it had to be an interest to you to really put in the work to be a good scientist, but we can all enjoy science to whatever degree we want to, and science and imagination and things that aren't science all start to mingle together, and that's what makes life so beautiful, is that it's all kind of all connected together in some way or another. But anyhow, you can use your imagination and knowledge that you have, and you could try to come up with reasons for why those flowers on the bottom bloomed earlier than the ones at the top. Maybe you could say, well, maybe it's because they got more sunlight. But that's probably not true. The ones at the top probably got more sunlight. Maybe it's because they got more water. That's a possibility. Maybe they got more water down there on the ground. Maybe the moisture on the ground gave them more water. Maybe they were warmer. See, the ground can be both colder and warmer. So when the ground gets cold, it stays colder, but also when the ground gets warm, it retains that heat overnight, and maybe that helped the flower bloom. I don't know for sure, but you know, you can look around and you can think about things, and it's a good puzzle, and there's puzzles like that all the time. I love you.